I mean, we already saw the violence in the film so far, chat. People just fucking being burned alive. Babies on the nips of their mothers, chat, being burned alive and melting, okay? That's the first 5 minutes of the film. I'm like, oh boy, what am I in for? Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content in my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games, I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video.
Fist of the North Star. An epic assault on the senses.
We open up to a narrator, chat, the master of Ken and the various stars of, I guess, the north, south, east, and west and everything. And he's talking about how, you know, the humanity, they fucked up. They got into nuclear war, and all technology was rendered useless, chat. We cut, and it's actually quite beautiful, like all the backgrounds and scenery and things. Like, the world seems pretty good. You got nice fields, you got oceans, you got beaches, people are happy. Just like, what's wrong? And, oh my God, people are melting. We cut, chat. We cut to the Earth itself. You see this boop, 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 boop. See, there's all these little explosions, all these little nuclear blasts going off, chat. And we cut to the fucking cities where people are just melting, and it's the most graphic melting everywhere, chat. Babies, children, babies are crawling, and they're just melting into the cement, chat. They're literally bubbling because they're being cooked alive. It's like, whoa, wow. You people like on fire, just walking, who are just numb to the radiation and pain, chat, and they're just turning to literal ash, but not before they explode violently, chat, being cooked from the inside out. I'm like, holy shit. Zudaz, welcome to stream. Toasty, yeah, very toasty indeed. I would say a little burnt to a goddamn crisp. And, you know, there are survivors of this world, chat. There are survivors, but they've become like, you know, these little despot kingdoms. You do have some good communities, of course, chat, but, you know, the warlords, the kingdoms, if you will, you know, they have these, you know, roaming gangs. They attack these towns, chat, and force them to give them all the drinkable water and food that they have, and they slaughter or rape or enslave the rest of the population, chat. So this is not a kind world. But we are introduced to two characters, chat, who want to make the world a better place. We're introduced to Ken, and he is the Fist of the North Star, chat. He's kind of this messianic leader type figure. He's the best warrior alive, allegedly. And he's traveling with his wife-to-be, chat, his girlfriend, Julia. And Julia, what she wants to do is she wants to spread life across the planet, chat. She wants to be able to grow the forest back, the plants back, and so the Earth can be born anew. That's what she wants to do. And Ken, finding her, he falls in love with her, and he falls in love with what she wants to do, and they have that connection, and that's their quest. But chat. They're not alone. They're not alone, though, on his planet. And Ken and his brothers, they are jealous of his powers. By the way, their master, because there's like 4 brothers. I don't think they're blood related, technically. The master, I don't know what the fuck his name is, chap, but the master who taught Ken, really bad judge of character. Just gonna tell you right now, he hit gold with Ken, but the 3 other ones, chat, you have Ro, who is this big hulking bastard who just, he never opens his eyes. He's always like, he's always like sitting over a precipice or over a cliffside. You got Jaggy, chat. Jaggy, who is an asshole. He's a big old-time asshole, chat. He's super jealous of Ken, chat. He wants his power, but he's a sniveling little cowardly weasel, right? And he's all fucking deformed and shit because Ken beat the shit out of him one time, and his head's like, oh, he's just disgusting looking. And then you have Shin, chat. Shin, who was a good person, but now he's all about the raping, chat. He saw Julia. He saw good old Ken. He said, I want that right now. And he goes to confront Ken as Ken and Julia are walking around the planet, chat, spreading seeds and stuff and hoping to, you know, have the Earth be born anew. And so Shin, chat, who is this very Aryan-looking guy, chat. He's got flowing golden locks all the way down to his shoulders. He's very fancy, chat. He's pristine clothing and everything, you know, but he's got his boys to back him up, too. And, you know, Shin confronts Ken and says, hey, listen, man, I want you, lady. And Ken goes, but I love her. And he goes, I don't care. I love her more, and she's gonna marry me and be my queen. And Ken's like, over my goddamn dead body. And Shin went, okay. And he proceeds to beat the ever-living shit out of Ken, Chad. And this is the first inkling. I already saw the violence in the film so far, Chad. People just fucking being burned alive. Babies on the nips of their mothers, Chad, being burned alive and melting. Okay? That's the first 5 minutes of the film. I'm like, oh boy, what am I in for? And I'm in for a whole lot, Jeff, because Shin just proceeds to beat the shit out of Ken. So much for being the fucking fist of the North Star. You ain't shit. And Shin, he hits him so goddamn hard, chat, that his fucking fingers, his literal fucking fingers, are cutting inside of his own body, inside of the meat of Kensha. He's just poking him and shit. He goes, ah! And he's like, blood. The thing is, chat, when you punch someone in this world, you just explode. Literally, but thankfully, these guys, Shin and Ken and Jaggy and Ro, they're so powerful, chat, they kind of explode a little bit, but other people just go, they like pop like pimples. What the fuck's going on? RNJ, thank you so much. Thank you so much for resubscribing. 19 months, nearly 2 years. Thank you, RNJ, and welcome to the stream. Welcome. Appreciate you. Oh, one more sub away from another cartoon poll, chat. Very, very nice. And so Shin is just beating the shit out of Ken, chat. He's punching him, and the thing is, it's like, I don't know what it is, but it's like the muscles pop, and then the like a cut appears above them. It's like when you punch someone, and a cut just magically appears, and blood is just profusely spraying. It's like a sprinkler, chat. You punch someone, blood sprinkler. That's what's happening here. And eventually, you know, fucking Jaggy and Ro, they're watching this shit, and Jaggy's like he's always talking. He's like always talking to people. It's like, you can beat him now. You can beat them both. And Ro's just like, I'm just sitting up here just waiting to see what happens. Eventually, Ken, he goes down, chat, because he's just exploding all over the place. And Julia is now begging Shin for Ken's life, and you know, Shin's just like, listen, I won't kill him. You know, I won't kill him as long as you come with me and be my wife. And she's like, I don't really want to do that. And he's like, all right. And he just starts taking his finger, chat, his index finger, and starts putting it inside of Ken's chest and twirling it, chat, like twirling the meat and everything. And Ken's just going, ah! He's screaming shit. He's like taking the finger out, chat, but then there's like meat pustules coming out, like it's like it's disgusting. And just into everything. He does it like 7 times. Chat. That's when Ken later becomes known as the War of the 7 Wounds or something, the 7 open wounds. I don't know what the hell it is. But eventually, Julia just like, okay, I'll go with you. And Shin, he's an asshole. He's like, I'm sorry, that just didn't sound very sincere. And he continues to fucking poke more holes into Ken's chest. And Ken's just going, oh my God, Julia, whatever you do, don't say you go with him. It's okay, I got this. You don't got shit, man. He continues poking holes into him and everything. And Julia just gets on her goddamn hands and knees, Shin. She says, Shin, I've always loved you. I've loved you forever, and I will be by your side forever. Let me serve you as your wife. And Shin goes, now that's better. Okay, Ken, you're good. I'm just gonna leave you here. Actually, no, I'm gonna kill it. But Julia's one request, Chad. She asked one request to Shin. I only ask one thing of you. I only ask one thing of you, my husband, is that you please spare the life of Ken. And Shin goes, I think this will come back to bite me in the ass someday, but I'll allow it. I'll allow it, Chen. So he spares the life of Ken, and he takes Julia, and Ken's like, Julia! And she carries like a bunch of seeds with her, Chad, the seeds to the rebirth of the world. And so she throws them at Ken's face, and he has them now. That's the one little last vestige of Julia, Chad, are those seeds. And he sees Shin's caravan with Julia. They go off into the desert. Meanwhile, Ro, Chad, he sees Ken down there, and Jaggy's just like, you should go down there and kill him. And Ro's just like, I don't even need to. He's weak right now. It just wouldn't be a fair fight. And I know I'm more powerful than him anyway. I'm going to go see my master, who has a terrible judge of character. Meanwhile, Chad, we cut back to Ken. He's not doing great, Chad. He's leaking from multiple holes, Chad. Multiple holes. New holes that he acquired via Shin. And Jaggy goes down there, Chad. And Jaggy's a son of a bitch, because Jaggy's the weakest of the 4 brothers, Chad. And he's just like, well, I'm just going to take you while you're down. So he grabs him, and he fucking throws Ken off a goddamn cliff, Chad, into an endless black abyss where he'll never be seen again, Shay. He's like, good riddance with you. Jaggy forgot the double tap, chat. You should double tap in this world, and he didn't do that, chat. Had the opportunity, he fucked it up. Meanwhile, we cut back to Ro, Chad, who is now goes back to the dojo where he was trained by his master, Chad. The four brothers were trained, Ro, Ken, Jagi, and Shin. And he goes there and he tells his master, Ken's dead. And he's like, how do you know he's dead? I saw him die. It's just like, well, your perceptions are off, my friend. They're quite off. And he goes, I don't care about perception. I am the strongest being there is. I should be Fist of the North Star. And the master's going, you're not. You ain't no Fist of the North Star, okay? You are not my successor. I chose Ken as my successor. He's like, he's dead. He's like, perceptions, bullshit. Fuck you, perceptions. And he proceeds to just air punch these statues, chat, these giant monolith statues of, I guess, the type of kung fu combat style they practice. And he takes it and he takes them both down, Chad, where all the derbies are raiding all around him and things. And he grabs like the two heads of the statues and goes, yeah, and he crushes them. And he's like, I am the Fist of the North Star. Behold my power. And the master's just like, you're an asshole. I don't want you to come back. You are no longer allowed in my dojo. He goes, fine, I hate you, Dad. And he walks out, Chad. Meanwhile, we see that the master, Chad, he's been mortally wounded by some of the debris, Chad. He didn't move a fucking inch. He's like, I don't give a shit. I know Ken's going to come back and kick your ass. We'll see. But the master apparently dies off screen, Chad. We cut back to Ro, who is then basically screaming at the gods, Chad. It's like, I am the most powerful being on this planet. The gods are like, whatever, dude. You're no Ken. They're like, fuck you. And he goes off. Meanwhile, chat, I guess time has passed and everything, and we are following this band of raiders, chat. They're chasing these two children. I don't know the children's names, chat. I think their names are Lynn and Bat. I want to say they're Lynn. I'm going to say they're Lynn and Bat, chat. The girl's name is Lynn, and the boy's name is Bat, chat. And they're in a hovercraft car, and they're being pursued by a band of raiders, Chad, who have attacked their village, I believe, and have slaughtered most of the population. The roving band does stop them, Chad, and they have Bat, Chat, by his goddamn throat, and then they want him to watch as the roving band kills his I guess not his sister technically. I guess it's like his adopted sister, Chad. Everyone's a fucking family in the apocalypse. It's like we're all fucking family here. A lot of our relatives died, and this is when the animation gets weird because the size doesn't make any sense. We constantly cut back to characters, and they're just radically different sizes, Chad, and this immediately takes me out of it. So we saw that, the kids are about up to their, like, the Raiders' waist, Chad. Like, Bat looks like he's 10. Lynn looks like she's maybe, 7, maybe younger, 6, something like that. But then, Chad, like, we have the one Raider who's, like, picks her up, Chad, and he's like, I got her. And he throws her on the ground, Chad, and he's about to crush her with his foot. The thing is now, Chad, Lynn has now, or he has basically grown, or she has become smaller and is about the size of his foot, Chet, which I'm like, how did that fucking happen? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. He's literally crushed her. She's holding his foot like over her head, Chet, like she's her part of her body's underneath his foot. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's very weird. And he's trying to crush her, chat, but then there's this, she unlocks her energy, chat. I don't know what the hell it is. Her key, if you will. I guess she unlocks her key, and you can't crush her, chat. Meanwhile, they all are distracted, chat, because this golem, this stone golem, chat, is just knocking down buildings and is coming right at them. Like he's encased, chat, in what looks like Fikis. What looks like Fikis, chat, and he's just coming right at them. They're like, what the fuck is this? This Fikis golem. And he just keeps going. He just keeps fucking metaphorical animation. Is that what it is? I don't know. Maybe Sage. I don't know. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Good to see you. I'm just curious. The animation style constantly, the size, perception constantly changes from scene to scene. It's very distracting. But this thing is just fucking walking towards him, chat. Literally just hitting buildings, and they fall over, and like building is falling. This is weird. The building's falling on him, but he's still walking through it anyway, chat, as it's falling. So time and space are not really. They're all messed up on planet Earth right now. He's walking over to him, and eventually, Chad, all the Fikis falls off him, Chad. Oh, who is it, Chad? It's Ken with a beard. He's wearing a goddamn hood and everything, but it's obviously Ken, Chad. It's him, but he has a beard now. Actually, he should have kept the beard, Chad. It looks badass, the beard. And he's walking forward, and these raiders are like, hey, we're trying to kill kids. And he goes, I don't want you to kill kids. And he grabs the one guy, Chad, and like who was fucking with Lynn, and he just crushes his head in his fist. He just starts squeezing, and his eyeballs pop out, and he's like, ah! And then he just crushes his head until it's just meat pulp. And then he goes after all the other guys, chat, literally punching them. He punches them so hard, chat, that they fall back, and they're like, I think I'm okay. Ah! And like then they just start expanding, getting more swollen, and then they fucking explode. And they literally explode. It's like, Jesus Christ. So it has like a delayed effect, chat, when he punches someone. Like he hits them, it's like, ow, but I think I'm okay. Oh my God. And then they explode. It's weird. And he saves the kids and they go back and, I guess he's part of their village. I don't know. It's weird. But they go back to the little village chat. Lynn, she's having fun. She's, running around and shit. While Bat's talking to Ken, saying, basically give exposition, the state of the world, how things are going right now, how Lynn, she's never said a single word to anyone in like 2 years because she watched her family burn alive during a raider attack. And all the while, Ken is just like not even listening. He's just falling asleep. He's like, are you even listening to me? And he's like, he's snoring. He's like, I've heard it all before, man. I had my girl taken from me and I was poked through holes, okay? Things haven't been great for me either. Although eventually, chat, this is all going on. Another raiding band has attacked. Another raiding band has attacked, chat, and Lynn is indeed captured. Again, very weird, chat. The leader is holding Lynn above his head, chat, like her head's like in his hand right here, got her legs right here, chat. But it's like he's normal sized. And then Ken, who sees, he has a special connection with Lynn, chat, because I guess he can sense ki. I'm not sure, but he goes out there. Some of the raiders are holding down the villagers and everything. And he goes out there, chat. And he's like, yeah, stop holding that little girl. He's like, I'm not going to stop holding this little girl. And then we cut back to the guy, chat, and he's literally 20 feet tall. And he like has her in like his holding her via like his thumbs and index finger. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like his size has just dramatically changed in an instant. And then Ken approaches him and he's the same size as Ken. And I'm like, why? He's the same size as Ken now. And then he punches the guy. And then the guy's like a little bit taller than Ken now, and he punches him, and he grabs Lynn, but then the guy has now grown 50 feet tall. He's 50 feet tall now, chat, and is literally the size of, Ken's now the size of this guy's finger. I'm getting fucking whiplash from the changes going back and forth through all this, chat. I mean, I won't reference it all the way, but this was the most egregious in the movie. And he just punches him a whole lot. And the guy's like, that didn't even hurt. And he's like, didn't hurt? You're already dead, my friend. He's like, I'm not. And he explodes. He just fucking explodes, shit. And then he dies. You could be like Ant-Man, just go inside their asses and just explode them. They all have Ant-Man powers. They all have Ant-Man powers, shit. That's what it is. And so he drops Lynn off, and he's like, all right, I got to get going. I got to save the world because I don't know, I'm obligated to. And they're like, oh, don't leave us. What the hell is Ken? And what about Lynn? You need help her. He's like, okay, I'll use my Fist of the North Star powers, and goes, boop, and he fucking hits that little girl. He hits her so goddamn hard. She just starts talking. She's like, nah! And she's like, oh, it's like, don't worry, everybody, don't worry. I didn't hurt her. She's not going to explode or anything. I just tapped her just hard enough that her vocal cords are going to kick in again, chat. Sometimes you just got to give a little, sometimes you got to hit a kid, chat. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes you got to go up, and then they'll be fine. And that's what Ken just did. He hit this little girl. He hit her so fucking hard that she's just started talking. And she's fine. She's like, Ken, don't leave. I can talk now. And he goes, listen, everyone gets one. I got to save the planet. And so then he shaves Chet, which he should not have shaved. He should have kept the beard. Should have definitely kept the beard, Chet. It was working for him a lot. Should have kept the cloak, too. He doesn't really wear the cloak for the rest of the movie until the end of the film. Sometimes you got to hit a kid. That's what Fist of the North Star is saying to us, chat. And then he leaves, chat. Meanwhile, we cut to a new character who is fighting another giant man, chat. This character's name is Ray. Ray, chat. R-E-I, not R-A-Y, R-E-I. He's pretty cool, chat. He's got flowing white hair, and he wears a pink robe. And everyone thinks he's a girl when they see the pink robe and the flowing hair. And he's fighting this guy, chat, with big old swords. And he's like, I'm going to kill you because you look like a girl. And he goes, that's not nice. That's very homophobic. Or, yeah, you assume my gender. Fuck you. And then, oh, no. Dark Side, thank you for 5 minutes. Not surprised considering your opinions on Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda. Yes. Luke the Boss, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing very well. And so this guy comes at Ray, chat. He's like, ah, and he misses, swing and a miss, chat. And he's like, I'm gonna get you. And Ray's like, but won't you need these? And he has both of his severed arms in his hands. He goes, oh! He's like, now I can help you. I can put your arms back on somehow. I can save your life, but I need some information. He goes, what do you need to know? And it's like, I need to know who the Fist of the North Star is and where he is. It's like, oh shit, this guy's looking for the Fist of the North Star, looking for Ken, chat. Oh, well, let's go. Let's see if they'll have a meeting of sorts. Meanwhile, chat, we cut to this new village where this another kingdom, if you will, another despot leader is claiming to be, chat, the Fist of the North Star. And he has all his boys go out to village and to bow before a statue, chat. It's supposed to be Ken, Fist of the North Star, with a helmet on. And it's like, you have to give us all your drinking water, all your food, and you must bow to the statue. The guy goes, okay, fuck it, I'll bow, man. You take my food, take my water, I'll bow. And he goes, great! But we don't think you're loyal enough. And he goes, what do you also want me to do? We want you to saw your best friend's head off. And so they have all of his friends like in holes that they dug up. He's buried up to his neck, and he says, okay, now get to sawing. And he's like, I don't want to saw my best friend's head off. You got to saw his head off, man. It'll be cool. I don't want to be cool. You fucked up. And they hit his head. They hit him with a hammer, chat, and he dies. So it's like, Jesus Christ. Think of the 10 biddies. Lots going on here, chat. A lot of violence. Eventually, Ray, he enters into this, and he's like, hey, I hear you guys work for the Fist of the North Star. And they go, yeah, he's really great. He gives us giant saws so we could saw people's head off. He's like, that's not great. That's really mean. I'm going to beat you up now. And he proceeds to beat the shit out of some of these people, but they're like, oh, you're kind of a badass, man. You should work for the Fist of the North Star. And he's like, here, you can go ahead. You proved your worth. Here's the saw. Go ahead and saw these innocent villagers and their babies and their kids' heads off. And he goes, nah. And he fucking just jams the saw on the guy's head. And the guy doesn't even know what the fuck just happened. He's like, what happened? And he goes, let me show you. And he begins sawing the guy down the fucking middle. Down the middle, like up from his head, chat, all the way down to his groin, to his bean. And the guy's still alive. He's like, ah! He's just screaming as he's sawing all the way down until he splits and fuck. And it's not fast. It's not fast, by the way. It's slow. It's a slow process, chat. I don't know how this guy lived through it, but that's what happened. Show, thank you for the 10 biddies. And Darkslayer, thank you for the fight, but you better not saw Josh's head off, because I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, chat. I would not do that. Oh, Nolan, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing very well. I'm just in the middle of my review for Fist of the North Star. Many people are dying horrifically. Also, there's changing size randomly for whatever reason, chat. It's not consistent. But Ray beats the shit out of all these people. And then, chat, who appears out of the mist? The fucking Fist of the North Star, chat. But it's not the one that these raiders work for, chat. This is a regular good old Ken. And he comes over here and he helps Ray beat the shit out of all these other people, chat. Beats the fuck out of them. And Ray's like, hey, are you Fist of the North Star? Are you Ken? He's like, yeah. He's like, I must fight you. You took my sister. He's like, I did not do that. That was not me. I think what's happening is someone's impersonating me. So he goes over to the statue and he sees, this is my brother Jaggy. Your brother? He's like, yeah, he's always wanted to be like me for years because I really fucked up his face. And then we cut to, I guess, where Jaggy and co. are currently at, chat. And Jaggy's living as a kind of like a warlord, chat. A Lord Humongous, a Morton Joe, if you will. He has tons of slaves and stuff. And he has the sister, chat, of Ray by his side. And he's forcing her to clean his boots and do all sorts of things, chat. They're very uncouth. They're very uncouth. And she does everything he asks, chat, and he's like, you did great. I'm just only going to give you 5 lashings today. And so he's like, bring me the whip. And he begins to whip this poor girl, chat. Just an asshole. And he like breathes like, he's always breathing weird, chat. He's like, all that shit. And eventually he goes to his bedroom, chat, where he takes his helmet off and he sleeps, or at least attempts to, chat. And we see a flashback sequence where one time he tried to kill Ken, chat, tried to not even use Kung Fu, tried to just blow him up, just kill him with a shotgun, with a sawed-off shotgun, chat, a boomstick, if you will. And Ken's like, Jaggy, come on, stop joking around. He's like, no, I should be Fist of the North Star. I'm far more powerful than you. He's like, dude, I don't want to hurt you. He's like, you worry about yourself. And he's like, dude, and he fucking fires the gun, but he misses. He whiffs it, chat. And then Ken punches him a bit, and he says, I punched you a little bit. You're going to be a little fucked up, but you're not going to be, like, damaged or anything. He's like, I should be Fist of the North Star. He's like, what? Jaggy? Fuck you. And then he punches the shit out of Jaggy, chat. And we cut to Jaggy. He's like, I feel okay. And then his face begins to become all swollen. Chad, his eyeballs are like, blah. His hair all comes out. And his brain's all exposed, and it's really fucking gross. It's really gross, Chad. And like he's imagining it. Then we cut to Jaggy. We see Jaggy with the bandages on, and Jaggy was the one who threw Ken into the abyss, Chad, where he thought he would die, but he did not die. He did not die, Chad. Later we cut to Also, I should mention, Ken left the seeds with Lynn and Bat, Chat. So, make the trees come back and all that shit. Hug a tree. And then we cut to Ray. And Ray's still not very trusting of Ken, and he explains that, Jaggy, he took my sister, he killed everyone. It was supposed to be her wedding day, and the husband was like eviscerated, and I'm seeking revenge because I was away at the time. And Ken's like, well, I understand you're trepidatious, you don't trust me. I get it, but let's work together. I'll tell you what's actually going on, and then we can fight him. And they're like, great, excellent. And then we come back to Jaggy, Chad, who's sleeping right now, and he's got a shawl over him, Chad, so no one can see his face. But one of his boys comes up to his room and says, hey, we spotted that the real Fist of the North Star and with this other guy, Lord Jaggy, and he's not responding. And so he's like, Lord Jaggy takes the shawl off. He's like, oh, and he vomits. He vomits all over Lord Jaggy, just because he's so disgusting looking. And Jaggy wakes up. He's like, why am I covered in vomit? Which is a good question. Which is a very good question. Witness! Witness me, Mr. Hummendinger. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you, good sir. How was your stream, guys? Please do check out Mr. Hummendinger's streams. He is an expert Fall Guys player, Chat, in the 0.02 percentile. He's a master at the Fall Guys, Chat. Witness him. Thank you for witnessing me, Mr. Hummendinger. Welcome, guys. For those of you who don't know, my name is Mr. Evan7. I'm a variety streamer currently doing movie reviews, cartoon reviews. I play the video games, multiplayer games, everything. I'm a Renaissance. Also, doing a new series. I do television pilots. So for the price of 1,000 biddies, Chat. The price of 1,000 biddies, $10. I will review a pilot of your choice. But welcome. Hope you're doing very well. Woo, the variety. Indeed. Play Shadow Wars. A lot of fun. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. I'm in the middle of my review for Fist of the North Star, where Lord Jaggy is now covered in vomit. And so he wakes up, he goes, why am I covered in vomit? He goes, I apologize, Lord Jaggy, for vomiting on you. He's just like, apology accepted. You must die. And he punches him so fucking hard, Chad, his head explodes. And then Jaggy's like, prepare the fat man. It's like, who's the fat man? Why is he being prepared, Chat? Well, we cut outside of Lord Jaggy's fortress, Chat, where Ray and Ken are currently trying to infiltrate. And a morbidly obese giant man comes out of the distance, Chad. He comes through a fucking brick wall like Kool-Aid Man. Oh, yeah. And it's like, whoa, it's going to be a big fight, right? And Ken's like, I need you to move aside. And the fat man's like, I ain't moving aside, small fry. I got all this big old belly. I got all the fat I need to stop you. And Ken's like, okay. And he punches the shit out of the fat man, Chad. Like, punches him multiple times in his belly and everything. Just, and the guy's like, oh, my belly. And eventually, though, he's all moving and still jiggling and shit. It's like it's still reverberating. And he goes, better luck next time, small fry. You can't get through this. He's like, I'm pretty sure I just did. It's like, no, you're not. I don't feel good. And he fucking explodes. His belly just erupts, Chat. It's like if you, imagine a fire hose, Chat? Like how firemen use that to put out fires. Imagine if, about 5 of them were inside of a fat man, and they were just spraying out blood and viscera and gore out of this big man, Chat. And he's like a giant. And he's dead. And eventually, Ken and Ray, they infiltrate the compound, and they see Jaggy, and Jaggy has Ray's sister, and he goes, hey, Ray, he goes, sup? He goes, listen, if you kill Ken, I'll let your sister go. And he goes, deal. And he proceeds to start fighting Ken. And Ken's like, dude, stop fighting me. We can easily take them all out. We don't need to do this. And then Ray goes, okay, I'll do that. It's like, okay. Wow. Ray's loyalty shift, Chad. It's like 180 constantly. You never know what side he's going to be on, Chad. And they go, okay. And Ray proceeds to kill, his special move, Chad, I forgot to describe it. He's able to cut people, with his hands, like his karate chops, like goddamn a knife through butter, Chad. Just perfectly cuts them, Chad, like in segments. It's like in fucking Cube, Chad. Just chunks of people everywhere. And eventually, Ken's like, okay, you take care of all these guys. You save your sister. I'm going to go kill my brother. And he goes, cool. And so Ken chases his brother Jaggy all the way up there. And he goes, Jaggy, listen, I'm going to give you this one opportunity just to stop. Okay, stop killing and raping people and eating them. Stop raping, killing, and eating people. He goes, I'm never going to stop doing that. I love all three of those things. He goes, I'm going to have to kill you. And he's like, before you kill me, I must reveal something. He goes, what? I was the one who convinced Shin to kidnap your wife. He goes, what? And we have a flashback chat where Jaggy, he's a little manipulative son of a bitch. He basically tells Shin that, oh, Julia, he doesn't like Ken at all. She doesn't like Ken at all. She loves you. She's like all about you. And Shin goes, really? She doesn't seem to be. No, man, dog, I'm your boy. I'm your deformed brother boy, okay? I'm your deformed boy. She loves you, man. And Shin's like, well, but he's the Ken. He's like, fuck him, man, just kill him. He goes, okay. And so that's how that happened, chat. And Ken's like, the fuck, dude? He goes, ha 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 ha, and now you'll die. And he tries to fight him, and he's not good. He just get a fucking thing on him, Chad. Doesn't land a fucking punch. And it's weird. So Ken is so powerful, chat, that he's able to manipulate the muscles in such a way where you could literally start beating the shit out of yourself. And so he hits Jaggy in such a way, chat, that Jaggy just starts punching himself. And like pulling guns on himself and trying to kill him. And so Jaggy has to fuck himself up. He has to fight against his own arms and legs to stop himself from killing himself. It's fucking nuts. And so he does that, and he's like, fuck it, fire will burn you. And he hits a pipe chout that's filled with the gasoline, and he takes a Zippo lighter and he throws it there. But that's just like, Ken just becomes the dog meme in the house that's on fire. It's like, this is fine. This doesn't bother me at all. And then he turns into a Super Saiyan, chat, and he just begins to punch the ever-living shit out of Jaggy, and his deformities get even worse. And he goes, fuck you, I'm the Fist of the North Star. He's like, well, the Fist of the North Star is about to die. He goes, what? And he explodes, and he's dead. Also, at the last minute, he says, Shin has Julia, and Ro is now a warlord too, and they're gonna fight each other. He's like, okay, great. And so Jaggy's dead. And then we cut to Ray. He has a sister, not Julia, but I don't know his sister's name, but she's not doing great. She's, kind of been, not indoctrinated, chat, but she's been so abused that she won't even open her eyes anymore. She just won't do it. The master says, I can only open my eyes, the master says so. And the master's not there, so she won't open them. Eventually, the fucking Jin and Bat, they show up, chat. They're there for whatever reason, because they're spreading the tree, the seeds of the world, and they grew a plant. And, to get Ray's sister from being all sad and stuff, they say, here, look at the plant. And she goes, I could feel it. You gotta look at it, though. Look how beautiful it is. And that's what opens her eyes, chat. It was Lynn's words and her emotions and her connection to the earth. And Ken says, you got moxie, kid. I'm proud of you. I'm gonna go kill my two other brothers. And they go, cool, we'll be right behind you. And Ray's like, listen, man, you've been doing really good by me. You helped me with my sister. I'm sorry I almost killed you. Let me help you. And he goes, okay. And so then they go. Meanwhile, chat, we cut to Shin, who is kind of set up shop in a specific city. He has his troops and everything now. He's become a warlord. Ro and him have become warlords. And he goes into his palace where Julia is, and Julia is just like, I don't want to see you. I was hoping you were dead. And he's like, I love you too, honey. And he looks at the side chat. He's brought her all these jewels, all this food, everything things that would be so treasured in this apocalyptic wasteland world. And she wants none of it. She just wants Ken. And he goes, why won't you love me? She goes, because I don't. You killed my soon-to-be husband. You're a murderer. You go around the world just taking things that aren't yours and raping and eating and murdering people. And he goes, listen, this is the way the world works now, okay? I don't want to do it, even though I kind of do. But listen, this planet, he's a nihilist. He says, this planet's doomed. We're going to die, our children are going to die, and eventually this planet will just burn out like a fucking cinder, okay? There'll literally be nothing left. Let's just take what we want right now and live the best life that we possibly can. And she goes, fuck you, I'm not going to do that. And he goes, well, we got to make it work. Relationships are hard. She's like, we've been doing this for like 7 years. It's not working. Eventually, one of what the hell's this guy's name again? I forgot his name. Shin's major domo comes in. And he says, hey, Rao's troops are at the gates. You want to fight him? He goes, nah, wait for him here. And so we cut to Rao, chat. And he's on a giant. His size changes dramatically in all these scenes, and he's fighting the forces of Shin, who are commanded by a steel golem man who can turn his flesh into steel, chat. But he's no match against Ro, chat. It's cool, even though he's steel, like no one can penetrate his skin. Ro punches him so hard, chat, that I don't know how to describe this, but it's like his skin underneath his steel is bursting out. And so, like, cracks form, and his meat is, like, leaking out, chat. It's like that. It's like, oh, my God. Or, like, chunks of his steel skin are, like, coming out, chat, like it's like a meat fountain. It's like a meat fountain almost, chat. And he dies because Rao punched him so hard. And so Rao, he's going to the palace of Sin. Meanwhile, Julia learns that Ken's alive because Shin mentions it, and she's like, "I'm gonna get the fuck out of here." And so she escapes, and she's gonna go look for Ken. But oh no, she's captured by the forces of Rao, and so he has her now. He says, "I'm gonna go kill your husband." She goes, "Go for it, man. I want you to kill that asshole. I hate him." And he goes, "Okay." And he goes and confronts Shin. And, they're about to square off these two brothers who formerly loved each other, chat. They have these connections. They're very powerful. And it's like, this is going to be a big fucking match, chat. Here we go. Not like Joggy, who's a pushover. And they're squaring off, and Rao's like, "Hey, man, I have your woman." He goes, she doesn't love me anymore, so I never really did. So you can have her. Do what you will with her. And he's like, "Okay, you want to fight?" He goes, "Hell yeah." And we cut. We don't see the fight between them at all. I don't know what happens at the fight. We just don't see it. Meanwhile, Ken... he decides with Ray and the kids, like, "Listen, we should split up, cover more ground. You go after Rao, keep an eye on him, because I'm going to kill him. He's killing so many people. He's eating and raping and killing so many people. He needs to be stopped. You keep track of him, and I'll come and get you, but I got to confront Sin first." And they go, "No problem, dude." And so he goes to Sin's palace, and Sin's just, Shin. He's just sitting in his fucking chair going, "Hi." And he goes, "So did you and Rao fight?" And he goes, "I don't know. It's not really... I guess it's implied that we did, but we never really see the fight." And so he goes, "Okay, you want to fight?" He goes, "Yeah, but don't you want to know about your wife?" "Yes, my wife, yeah." "Where is she?" She left me, dude." It's like, oh, you know where she went? Rao said he had her, so you might want to hit him up about that. He goes, "Okay, let's fight." And Ken beats the shit out of him. It's like he's super powerful now. Like, Shin gets a few hits on him, though, but it's not enough to stop him. And he hits him so goddamn hard, chat. He just starts having heart palpitations and having heart attacks, chat. He doesn't explode or anything, but because he's too pretty to explode. But he's a little fucked up. And so his last words are like, "Hey, I want her to love me, but she didn't love me. She loves you, so good luck." And he dies. And he's like, "Okay." And so then he goes and confronts Rao, chat. He has Julia. The guy. He also captures Ray. Ray confronts Rao, chat. He also captures the two kids, and he sees the plan. He's like, "This is stupid." He hates plans, chat, and he crushes it. But Ray, he confronts Rao, and he fights Rao's major domo, chat, his general, who's like all about whips. He's got like a shit ton of whips, chat, and he's like, "Yeah, it's hot and kinky." And Ray's like adorable, and he cuts the whips out mid-air, chat, because he can do that with his scissor technique. And guy's, "Oh, I'm still gonna get you." And he's like, "No, you're not." And he fucking just cuts him up, chat, and he doesn't even know he's dead, and he just falls apart into cubes of meat. And it's like, Jesus. But then he's gonna confront Rao. It's like, Ray's a pretty badass, chat. He's a badass, so I'm sure he'll beat Rao. Rao beats the shit out of Ray. He doesn't even get off his horse. He just stays on his horse the whole time and just beats the shit out of him, chat. And eventually, when Ken gets there, he's like, "No, Ray." And Ray's just like, "Kill that motherfucker, man. Do it for me." And he's dead, and he dies. It's like, oh, I kind of like Ray. That's too bad. And so Rao now has Julia. He's crucified her, not like put nails in her hands or anything. But he's tied her to like a cross. So you got a lot of biblical imagery through this fight, Jen. She's like, "Can you guys not do this?" And they're like, "We gotta fight. It's part of the story." And she goes, "Okay." And so Rao and Ken, they start fighting, and they're pretty evenly matched at this point. Rao was right. I mean, he was the strongest of the brothers, Chad. But the reason why he wasn't picked as Fist of the North Star, because he lacked perception, because he didn't have the good soul that Ken did. And the master recognized that in Ken and sees, that's why you're my successor. That's why you're going to be the savior of the world and protect its people and be a moral guide to future generations. Well, Rao, he doesn't have that. He's stronger than you, yes, physically, but he's not as strong as you in spirit, my son. Well, spirit doesn't mean shit during a fucking all-out brawl, chat, because even though they're evenly matched, Rao gets the upper hand eventually, chat, and they're hitting each other so goddamn hard, their muscles are just exploding, blood's coming, like blood sprinklers, chat, it's like, ooh, but he knocks out Ken, chat. Rao gets him good, like right in the face, and he goes down. And he's just about to kill him, chat. Just about to do the finishing blow. And I'm like, all right, movie, you're ridiculous. The little girl from earlier, chat, Lynn, who fucking Ken smacked so hard, she started talking again and thanked him for it. She comes over and says, Rao, don't kill him. And he stops and goes, you know what? I'm going to take a moment to see what this little girl has to say. And he just starts listening to her. He goes, why shouldn't I kill him? She goes, because we can bring peace to the world, okay? Humanity can be saved. Let's give it a shot. And he goes, you know what? I'll do just that. I'm not going to kill him. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to wander out into the desert. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. And he wanders out in the desert and say, oh, yeah, and let Ken know that maybe to stop by our former master's dojo, the master that I killed and murdered, stop by there, and so maybe we can have, like, a talk or something. Bye, everybody. And he just leaves. He just fucking leaves. And so then they nurse Ken back to health, and he's like, where's Julia? And Julia she's gone too. She just left. And it's like, why? Why is she gone? And she's just gone. He's like, oh, I did all this for her, and now she was here. I saw her. I talked with her when she was on the cross, and now she's just gone. Okay. And, Lynn and Bat are like, hey, man, sorry. He goes, no, it's okay. You keep planting the seeds around the earth. I'm going to walk the earth myself. And they go, all right, see you later. And then we cut to credits, and it's just him walking, chat, during the credits. And then he comes upon this large and amazing looking forest, chat, with crystal blue waters and lakes and rivers and wildlife. He's like, Julia? And he goes through this place, and we cut to Julia. And she looks like she's running through the forest, chat. She's planting all these seeds. She's interacting with all the animals and everything. And he comes upon her, and she sees him, and she smiles, and she runs towards him, and he throws back his cloak, and he has his arms open. He's so happy to see her, chat. And then when she finally is about to embrace him, chat, she vanishes along with the forest and everything. It was a fucking illusion. It was a hallucination, chat. It was a mirage. And he's like, oh, shit. And he keeps walking, and then he comes to an abandoned city, chat, where a fucking tanker, like a ship, chat, a tanker, has gone through a skyscraper all the way at the top, and he goes, huh, that's cool. And then we cut to the end, and it's credits, the official credits, and that is Fist of the North Star. Alex Bernal, welcome to the stream. What the fuck is going on here, people? I'm having internet. Oh, no. Is the internet having issues, Charisma? So I'm gonna tell you right now, chat. Like, I admire the premise of the show. It's cool. I like the lore of it, but when it comes to the animation, the voice acting, and the story, it's not good. I was shocked by this. This is weird. In the manga, the anime series ends in a stalemate between Ken and Ro. Ro tells him he will fight with him. And that's what they say, but it's just like they stop. But it's after Ro listens to a little girl. Listens to the little, he's like, oh, okay, I won't do it anymore. So it's super anticlimactic. Super anticlimactic. So I'm hoping the manga's better, hoping the series is better, but yeah, what I saw, I did not like this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to give it some old bullshit, chat, because there's some things I admire about it, but I couldn't recommend this to anybody. I mean, if you want to see some violent gore and fights and maybe people exploding, but I think there's still better stuff out there, better anime out there. I'll talk about some of the violence today in Cowboy Bebop, which is great and is wonderfully animated. And Dotoro, it's better. And there's so many other examples, so I was not a fan of this. It's a high rental. I think I give it a low rental. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a low rental, chat. Yeah, I'm gonna give Fist of the North Star, the 1986 anime film, a low rental. There you go. But yes, man, the anime film is made by the same people who made the anime series. They made the film while they were working in the MSU. Gotcha. So the uncut version has been released since 1986. I think I saw the uncut version because I saw it on YouTube, and it was very gory. I was like, I don't think that was the uncut version. I don't think that was the edited version. I think I saw the uncut version. Oh, my God. 2 out of 5 stoners. It was like, what if he fucking exploded the guy, and he got in the fight, like he was got in the last battle. Right, stay with me. And then they stopped fighting. The end. It's like, okay. Oh, Lord. Fern, good to see you. Hope you're doing very well. God, chat. Yeah, it's an odd movie. So if you're any Fist of the North Star fans out there, I'm sorry if I made you mad, but I just was not a big fan of this. I wanted to like it. I actually did. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I was like, well, I never heard of this. This is like Mad Max mixed of an anime. I'm like, okay. Mad Max Kung Fu. All right. But yeah, after the first few fight scenes and the changing animation sizes of the characters and the dub, was not impressed. I wanted to like a chat, but I just wasn't a fan. Brightburn, I'm DVRing Chapter 1. Chapter 1 too. Very cool. Man, those are good movies. Or the first one is. Invisible Man's a good movie. Alex Bernal, thank you for resubscribing on a 3-month streak. Thank you, my man. Thank you. And with that, chat, we can do another cartoon poll. Then I'll transition over to my cartoon review. My other anime review, chat. Thankfully, chat, listen. We talked about some bad anime, chat. We're going to talk about some good anime right now. One of my favorite episodes ever of Cowboy Bebop, chat. Battle of the Fallen Angels up next. But let's go ahead and do a cartoon poll, chat. I'm going to refill my beverage in the meantime. Also, I got to turn the goddamn AC on, chat, because I am hot. I'm hot and bothered, chat. I got the vapors. So let's go ahead and do that, chat. I believe we're on the new list, chat. There's a new plus list. Oh, Lord. Every fan agree the anime film is weak. Okay, I'm glad. The main gun series is better. I recommend to watch or read until you reach the time jump. Gotcha. Condensation Herman. There's a second series, Fist of the North Star 2. They do a time skip. I gave it a low rental. For those of you who tune in right now, good to see M. Xavier, but I gave it a low rental. I was not impressed.